The key to a great, beautiful, clean mirror is not the product that you use, it's actually the towel that you use.
A microfiber cloth.
So you've got two microfiber cloths. The difference between the glass and the dusting or stainless steel other things is the way that they are sewn in the rack. Whereas this one, they push it out on the outside. Whereas the glass one, it is more on the inside. If you look at how it's woven, and you can feel it with your hands, the difference. So this one it's soft and silky feeling, whereas this one's a little bit more textured, but soft as well. The cloth does matter, it is important, but there are other things that you can use as well. I've used newspapers before, I've used coffee filters before, and before I moved over to these, I actually would take old t-shirts, cotton t-shirts, and there was like that good silky kind, and I would cut them up into little squares about this size, and I used those for cleaning as well. And I actually did that for years before I discovered microfiber cloths, especially the ones for the glass. I mean, this was a game changer, and all you need is water. Now, what are the options that you can use for the product for cleaning? Well, to be completely honest, water is all you need. But if you want to add a little extra to that, the one thing I like to add if I really want to like kind of clean or disinfect or add a little extra would be vinegar, and you can make your own mixture. I will leave a recipe below. You can use any glass cleaner. This is exactly what I used to use about a couple years ago. All I used for my glasses or my windows and mirrors was this glass cleaner here, and I have so many because I bought them in bulk, and now I stopped using them, that I'm trying to use them up throughout my house because I honestly don't like them as much as I do just using this and water. Sometimes using products, I feel like they leave a little bit more streaks. It says streak free, and it is. This is my favorite one out of all the ones I have found, but something about just using water makes it so much more simple.
I always put my gloves on to start, and for today's video, we're going to pretend that we already cleaned the top of the lights because we do not have time for that. We are focused on the mirror. So we are going to use Dawn dish soap because that is what I use if I have an extremely dirty mirror and need a little bit extra, but also you will be able to see exactly what I'm doing because of the soap spuds. To be safe, I always use the back part of my sponge, but if I need a little bit more oomph, then I will use the other side of the sponge, but you always want to test your area spot because it can scratch. Even though I buy the non-scratch, that does not always mean they won't scratch. Some surfaces are very sensitive. So depending on the size of your mirror, I always break it into sections. So this mirror's pretty big, so I decided to break it into 3 different sections. The reason that I do this is you don't want your water or soap spuds to dry. If they dry, now you have to remove them and you've added an extra step. I would suggest you break the mirror down in whatever makes sense for you so you can get back to the spots and not leave them to dry. I have really long arms and I'm pretty tall, so breaking it into 3 works for me, but you might need to break it into a couple, especially if you need to get a step stool to reach the top of the mirror. So on a mirror, you actually want to clean cleanest to dirtiest so that your towel or your rag or whatever does not get as dirty quickly, because if you clean something on one side of the mirror and it gets onto your towel, you could actually go and rub it to the other places that are clean. So I do like to kind of do the clean area first, and then I move along to the dirty spot. So I didn't use a microfiber towel here to clean up the dirty areas. I used just a regular towel, and I really shouldn't have done that. I should have used a nice microfiber one so it wouldn't have left little towel deposits. So if you did use a cloth that has a little bit of debris left from the cloth. If you can get a glass rag, I would get that too. My next step will take care of making everything look good. So once you've removed all of the dirt and grime as best as you can in that first whip around, the second step is going to be taking your glass towel and your water spray and doing it over section by section and cleaning it up. Now, if you just used water on both sides, you should be good. If you used something because the mirror needed more help getting those spots taken off of the mirror, you might have to do 3 rounds of cleaning. If you're a professional, you need to make sure you're doing a great job for your clients. You always have to show up for them. There is nothing better than knowing that you did your best, because that's all you can do, and it feels right to make sure you give them your best. But if this is your home that you're cleaning for, by all means, whatever degree of cleanness works for you, it's totally fine. But we're gonna go with the professional side because, you know, that's how I like my house. So you're just working back and forth. But I do like to keep my cloth as clean as I can. That's why I suggest that you fold it into 4s and switch it around as you're cleaning. Here's the thing about a mirror. The cleaner the towel, the better the clean. So you want to make sure that if your towel's too dirty, switch it. Go get another towel. By switching your towel, it makes it a lot easier for you to get the surface clean. You don't want there to be a spot on your cloth and then all of a sudden you're putting it onto the mirror. I have done this especially when I'm cleaning makeup. Each section in the S pattern, which I talk about again in the same video I listed earlier, you know what? I'll just go ahead and list it above. It's on your right hand side there for you. To get off like hairspray or things that are a little bit out of the norm, you can use something like Dawn, or actually for hairspray, if you use a little bit of shampoo, that will take a lot of that up as well. Any paint chips or anything that's really hard and you can't get off, that's hardened on there, you can get a thumb scraper or a razor. Now it's time for the mirror dance. The mirror dance is simply just moving up and down, left to right around the mirror so you can see it from all different angles with all different lights. Sometimes it does help to actually turn your lights on or off or use just sunlight so that you can see things through a different lens. I use the water from the sink to clean the mirror, so the sink is now wet and needs to be cleaned. So I always do the sink after the mirror. So let's go ahead and do that now. Wait, we don't have time for that. Then, if you find something, you simply grab your gloss cloth and you clean it off until it's all beautiful and sparkling clean. And voila, beautiful. So I'm going to leave you, of course, with an awesome little tip to keep your mirror clean in between cleaning, right? So what I like to do is I always keep a little bottle of water, because that's what I use to clean my mirrors, but you can put whatever cleaning or glass cleaner that you would prefer. I keep it right here at the bottom of every sink, and then I buy these hooks, and I actually bought a pack of them from the Dollar Tree. And you can put 1 or 2 of them. Sometimes I'll put another cloth there and here. So because of that, I'm gonna put one right here. Sometimes you don't have room, so make sure you check your towel first. I already did, but then